Hello, today we're going to look through integration of Office 365 and Business Central. We have our Dynamics 365 Business Central here, and we also have our Outlook, and we have our Excel. I'm not going to use the on-premise Excel, I'm going to use the cloud-based Excel for this demonstration, and the same with the Outlook as well. So a couple of things to note. Many places we have the ability to export to Excel. If we take something very simple like customer list, if we look under page, we've got the ability to open or edit in Excel. Same in many places. We can go look at sales orders, we get that same page, edit in Excel feature. We can look through many places in here. We can look through journals, we can do that. We can look through our chart of accounts. Again, we have page, edit in Excel, so we can export all of these things. So for something very simple, if we go and have a look at our customer list, and we can go up here and say edit in Excel. We'll download a customer card. Now, as I said earlier, all we're going to do is use the on-premise, not use the on-premise, but we're going to use the cloud-based version. So I'm going to just drag this up to my OneDrive. It will copy and it will also open. Now, as it's opening, you'll notice over in this corner we get the Microsoft Dynamics Office plugin. It's this data connector. Now, interestingly, and we'll talk about this in a future video, this connects using the OData, or the web services, really is the generic expression for it, but using web services we can connect to lots of things, Office products being one, but other systems. But as I say, we will talk about that in later videos. So you'll notice over here that we have the data that we've exported, so this information here, and many other fields. So we're not just looking at these fields. The great thing about this customer card is if we drag this along, we can have a look that we've got all the address information, postcode, email address, VAT registration details, pretty much everything that we've got there. Let's keep going, bank, etc. So I'll stop and come back to something that's quite interesting, which is really the address. Now, you notice down here, because we did the edit in Excel feature, we have publish, refresh, filter, etc. So refresh, if we look at this one address here for a Datum Corporation, we've got 20 Station Road. We can go into a Datum Corporation and let's go and make a change to that in here, and let's change that to 21. So immediately it's saved anyway, but we'll come out of this. So we're back to our list of all clients. We can go to our customer card. We can hit refresh. Now if we hit refresh, it will immediately go and do a refresh, and we can see that we now have 21. What we can do here is change that back to 20 and go and hit the publish. So you'll notice it's publishing. It's saying, yep, it's published successfully. The workbook's been updated, so this workbook has been updated back to 20. More importantly, if we go back here and we click on this, we now have 20. So you can see a perfect integration between the two systems and in real time. So we have Excel integration using, and we'll talk about it again in a later series of videos, the web services, and also known as OData. We can cover those things. This data connector that connects Microsoft Dynamics 365, Business Central and Office, it comes as a plugin, and that plugin can also be for the on-premise version. You need 2016 or above of Excel to be able to use that. So that's Excel. Probably a more impressive integration is using our Outlook. Now if we go and have a look at Outlook and we look at a new message, one of the things down here we've got is a Business Central plugin. Now that Business Central plugin is created within here. If we go and have a look at our setup and extensions, it's something that we've already done before and installed. But within assisted setup, we can go and set up our email. And if we go and set up our email and we set up your business inbox in Outlook, this section here, we can go and have a look at that. And in fact, Microsoft themselves give you a video to go and watch on how to set that up. So that's where the setup is. And what that functionality gives you, if we go back here, is the ability to go and create new sales quotes, invoices, orders, etc., etc. And then any functionality, workflows that may be within the system, that will also integrate with this whole interchange between Office and Business Central. Interestingly, whilst we're sitting in Outlook, I have a flow now called Automate that says if there's been an update to a customer table, please send me an email. So the interesting part here is that I've done an export into Excel. I've made a change in Excel, and my flow or my Automate has enabled this to send an email to me saying there has been an update to a customer table. Fully integrated. So going back here to my sales quote or my sales invoice, and we're going to create a new sales invoice. This is going to log me in, and we can see here that we're logged in, and we can see a Datum Corporation. We're going to click on a Datum Corporation, and we can see all the details. It's a bit small here. We can use this pop out into a new window, and if we just expand that some, we can now have this Datum Corporation with our contact, and we can look up items, resources, GL account, comment, whatever it is. We'll stick with items. We can do an item lookup. We can look at sub-assemblies or whatever it happens to be. So we'll look at a London swivel chair. We'll put one of those in. Now this is picking information directly up for that customer's sales price. And if we've got any other information that we might want to put in here, and we want to send an invoice, and we've got payment discounts, all the information that we would have when raising an order. We've also got the payment service that this particular client can use. And so we've got all the information that we need. It's telling me that I haven't got enough stock at that particular location that I've chosen. So we're going to, at this point, not worry about that too much. And I'm going to post and send. Now, I said earlier, the sales invoice or purchase invoice or whatever it happens to be must be approved and released before you can perform this action. So that's great because it's fully integrated with the flow that we might have sitting on there. So in effect, we can go and release if we had the rights to do so. But again, it can only be done when this approval process is complete. So this is great because in effect we have the whole process of the Dynamics 365 Business Central followed, and it's not skipped by using Outlook. It's all fully integrated. We're going to go and approve that invoice as the admin user, and then we're going to come back and we're going to go and send this off to the client. So if we have a look in here, we can now see the Datum Corporation £246.60, and we can say, yeah, let's approve that. So send approval request, and because I am the admin user here, that's now been sorted. So I'm going to exit that. I'm now going to go back, and I'm going to get my Dynamics 365 back up in my Outlook, and now I can post and send. Now this will send the document, and off it goes. Just creating the postings, and it's going to create a document to disk for PDF. Now I could have sent that to email. Here it is, and you'll notice that you've got the ability to pay. Obviously it's an evaluation company, so it's a test invoice that can't be done, but that has all been done straight from Outlook. So there's no need, so I just get rid of that blank email, there is no need to do anything else other than log into your Outlook and create directly from your Outlook an invoice, an order, a quote, whatever it happens to be. It still maintains any workflows which we showed you, and if you look at Excel, you have the ability to publish back any updates. What I've shown you is something that's very simple at a basic level, which is the integration between Office 365 and 365 Business Central, and that ability to move data backwards and forwards using the web services. We talk about OData in another series of videos, and the ability to integrate those with the existing workflows that are in the system. Thanks very much for listening.